Hi ladies, a little bit more of an in-depth video on the baby sisters. So what they are is they are 3.75 by 5 inches in a base size, completely hand tied. This scratchy area here is a P you surround for the use of tape or clips. And then you've got 5 really easy to open and close, very comfortable clips. Because the whole area is hand tied, that makes it free part. So wherever you move the part line, it will be completely free part, so no wefts. So the bonuses of a 100% hand-tied low density, let's go over them. Well, free part, lightweight, low gram, because there's no wefting, so it's going to be very low gram. Virgin hair, which means it's easy to color darker. We offer that service completely free at checkout, and you can lift it with bleach, or we can add highlights. They lightens really nicely. You can't get it to a blonde, but it will lighten to like a caramelly kind of color. If you keep trying to lighten to a complete blonde, then it will you'll eventually destroy the hair. It's just not going to go from black to blonde. So caramelly warm tones you can. We've just put some blondes into production, so they're coming soon. So with those we'll be able to create ashy colors and all different blondes and rooted blondes and so on. So the low density refers to the part line. If you have extensive thinning along your part line and you want it to look less, that is where it's perfect. But it's important to bear in mind that the base is small, which means that it's not going to give you full coverage. If your hair loss is further than this section here or at the back, it's just too small to go over and cover everything evenly. As you move around, as the wind blows, the hair loss will poke through. So the ideal buyer for this is somebody who wants very low gram, very little extra hair. You don't want the volume, the va-va-voom. You don't want any length. It will not give you length because it's just too thin. And if you have a wider part line, that you want it to appear less wide. If you need anything else, more coverage, volume, extra front hairline, these pieces are not for you. So this is the correct buyer. We also have the Little Sis, which is just marginally wider and also more gram. So I'm going to go ahead and clip it on. I'm just going to make a really interesting point. If your part line is just a little bit wide, this isn't going to work because it's low density. So what you don't want to do is put it on and your part line looks the same. It's good if your part line is a lot wider and you want it to look less wide. Let me just show you. You'll actually see that the part line is probably even wider than my bio part line. So I'm going to go ahead and clip it on. Now there's no extra front hairline because of the way it's made, but you don't see the silk at the front, and you can put a bit of powder if you really want to. You can also ask us to cut in fringe bangs. We do that again completely free. That makes it super easy. So what I like to do is I like to pull my hairline forward like so, clip it in. It's virgin hair, slightly too dark for me, but if it was for me, I'd probably just add some highlights or a balayage. You can see how flat it's sitting, so super flat. When I say I can't feel this on my head, I can't. I mean, it's 68 grams of hair and I'm used to wearing 160. So for me, I don't feel this on my head at all, and I would be very surprised if you did. So it's literally just giving me a bit of extra hair. Obviously, it's too long for me. This is actually on its way to America for a client. This particular piece is sold. I am very low on stock on the baby sisters. I've still got some little sisters left, but I will more than likely put more into production because my ladies are loving them. So this is the end result. You see what I mean about the wider part line. On the one hand, it's great because it's really natural looking. No one would ever go, oh my god, is that a wig? Oh my god, the part line looks wiggy. You will never have that problem. But for those clients whose part line is ever so slightly starting to widen, it just doesn't make sense to go for something low density. You want to go for the luxury where the part line is like this. Not styled yet, but just to show you the difference in the part line. I haven't even styled it. Do you see what I mean? So if you want it more compact, go for the luxury. But then it gets more complicated because with the luxury, you've got different amount of grams. Some are lower grams, some part lines are slightly wider. So I don't want to confuse you too much. So just showing you the baby in more detail. Hopefully that helps. Remember, they are real hair, really high quality real hair. So you can, of course, curl them, wave them, straighten them, lighten them, darken them, so on and so on and so on. I hope that has helped. Bye, ladies.